All right. Hello, hello, and welcome to our new theme. We are ready for creativity in every subject. All right. So let's get to our lesson for today. I am glad that you guys are here. Please like and subscribe to my videos so that you can receive all the notifications for the updated videos and new ones that are posted. Today's focus is on creativity and how we can include it in more subjects. What if the most creative moment in your classroom wasn't art? Maybe math or science or history. When we shift our lens, we discover that creativity isn't confined to one subject. It's everywhere, just waiting to be unlocked. I'll never forget a student who once solved a problem in a way I'd never seen before. We were working with fractions, and instead of writing equations, she began sketching circles, each divided like petals on a flower. She called them pizza petals. The whole group suddenly saw division differently. And that moment made me stop, not to correct her, but to observe. Creativity had already been there. I just hadn't been looking for it in math. Too often, we think creativity belongs to art, music, and drama. But creativity isn't a subject, it's a process, the ability to connect ideas in new ways. In Finland, every subject teaches creativity and critical thinking together. And in Kenya, CBC, creativity is listed as a core competency, right alongside communication, collaboration, and citizenship. That tells us something powerful. Creativity isn't an extra, it's how students make sense of what they're learning. When students are trusted to explore, they stop searching for the right answer, which would be amazing, and they start searching for possibilities. So curiosity is where it all begins. Curiosity is asking what if, or let's imagine, right? It's a doorway to questions like, what if this science experiment became a story connecting science with literature? What if this math pattern showed up in music, right? So math connected to music. What if our history project could become a community exhibition? Another core competency in CBC and Finnish education, which is communication, collaboration, and community. The goal isn't to get one correct answer, it's to spark ideas that connect. And that's how thinking becomes visible. So let's look at some classroom practices, some simple shifts that spark creativity. I have listed 4 here. You can take a look at them and see which ones are most practical for your context or your classroom. And if you think about it and want to share, please let me know. Jot down a comment in my video which one you find to be most effective and why. So number 1, curiosity first. That would be our focus. The practice would be starting the lesson with a what if question or a let's imagine question, right? The outcome would be that students begin to imagine and predict before learning. 2 of those keywords that we see in Bloom's taxonomy. The second focus you can see there is visible thinking. This is using our see, think, wonder, or compass points, north, south, east, west, right? Where we try to get students to explain the reasoning, the why of things before the conclusion, the end point. The third one you'll see there is our cross-subject projects. These are a lot of fun. If you can collaborate with other teachers, you can collaborate with other students, other grade levels, combining math with art, or science with storytelling, or history with design. right? And here the outcome would be that students connect ideas across disciplines, so transdisciplinary learning. The fourth one is student reflection. Here we want to ask, where did creativity appear in our work today? So reflection is a very important part of Finnish education and CBC. Without that reflection component, students will not dig deeper and really remember their learning. So we want to build awareness of their thinking as a skill. These routines don't require new materials, just a shift in mindset, right? So we're not advocating for more resources. You're not having to go to the administration and ask for more supplies. This is just simply a strategy to deepen the learning in your classroom. It reminds us that students don't need permission to be creative. We don't have to wait for art class, music class, or drama class. We just simply need to provide opportunities in our classroom. In Finland, teachers often use visible thinking routines to help students slow down and reflect. Instead of rushing towards the right answer, instead of giving them the textbook worksheet and having them fill it in right away, we're inviting students to pause, to look, to see, to think, and to wonder. What do I see in this concept? What do I think is happening? What makes me wonder? What questions might I have? These three simple questions transform any subject. You can use this in math, in English, in science, in languages, in cultures, across the board. And it turns it into an active thinking space. So we are creating active learning instead of passive learning. Let's take a minute and look at the research on this concept. The OECD's 2019 report on creative thinking found that students who practice creative reasoning become more motivated and more confident in lifelong learning. Not only that, if you have a motivated student in your class, then your behavior issues are going to decline. This matches what Finnish teachers describe as moving from curiosity to confidence to competence. So you have active, engaged learners who are focused on the concept and wanting to dig deeper into what they are learning. Student autonomy. When curiosity is encouraged, students take ownership of their ideas. Confidence follows, and then competence or skill develops, and it becomes a natural outcome. So let's just close here with just a summary here. When students are trusted to explore, curiosity becomes confidence, and confidence becomes creativity and motion, and skills are learned, which is our 21st century focus. This week, try adding one small creative habit. Start a lesson with what if, or what do you think, or let's change the ending, let's imagine. End it with, where did creativity appear today? Make sure you build in that reflection time. You'll be surprised how quickly your classroom energy shifts from compliance and passive learning to curiosity and active learning. Because when we plant curiosity, creativity naturally blooms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next Sunday for a deep dive into creativity in the classroom.